In this lesson, we'll create the UI that would allow the user to add a new bookmark to the list. This would be done on the Add Bookmark page. Let's begin by adding an input field for taking the user's input for the bookmark's title. The widget used for this purpose is called a text form field. This adds a simple material text field which pops up the keyboard when you click on it. This appearance of the keyboard is handled by Flutter itself. Let's add some padding to our column widget so that the content inside it doesn't touch the edges of the screen. The definition of the text form field shows a number of parameters for its customization. Let's make use of the decoration parameter, which is set to input decoration by default. The docs for input decoration state that using this decoration provides a certain set of decoration items that are used to decorate a material design text field. One of these items is border, which is of the type input border. Input border represents the shape of the border to draw around the decorations container. The input border has three types of borders: none, underline, or outline, with underline being the default one, as we can see from the input decoration used in our text form field as well. Let's override the border parameter and change this to an outline input border. This adds a border on all four sides of the text form field. Further, we can add a label text string which appears on the outline of the border when the text form field is in focus. This makes it easier for the user to check the field that they are currently typing in. Another useful parameter is the hint text field, which also takes in a string that is displayed when the text form field has no input. As soon as we add any text inside it, the hint text disappears. Notice how the label text animates and overrides the hint text when the text form field is empty and not in focus. Let's copy the text form field we have created and change the hard-coded values to create a similar text form field for allowing the user to input the link of the bookmark. Now that both text form fields are represented using the right hints and labels, let's add some spacing between them using a sized box widget of a certain height. We can further customize our text form fields by adding an icon to them. The icon is added to the start of the text form field by default. Notice how Flutter handles the in-focus text form field to have the decoration items such as the border, the icon, and the label text colored in the primary color blue by itself. Now when we navigate to the Add Bookmark page, the user can see both the input fields. Select one of them and then start typing. But wouldn't it be nice if the first input field is focused by default and ready for input as soon as the user navigates to the screen? That's where the autofocus parameter of the text form field is used. By simply setting it to true, the keyboard pops up automatically with the focus on this text form field, ready for input, as soon as this text form field is built. Now let's add a floating action button. which when clicked would be used to submit the new bookmark using the input entered in both of these fields. Let's provide it an icon of a check sign with a green color to highlight the presence of this button, which would get the job done. For now, let's just print out a hard-coded text to confirm that our setup of the floating action button works. Do not forget to hot reload before you check this.